back.
And it's your boy Clutch, man, and this is Love for Loyalty, the podcast. What it do?
Let's get it. Today we got a guest with us. We're gonna let him introduce himself.
Yes, sir. Zeus Ripperwater's in the building, man. Formerly known as Rukapuff. Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing we like to ask all the guests is, if you had to choose between love or loyalty, which one would you choose and why?
I'm going loyalty over love because, you know what I'm saying, somebody that love you can still kill you, stab you in the back, break your heart, hurt your feelings, you know what I'm saying? All of the above, but when there's loyalty there, you know what I'm saying, I just feel like you got a more solid person that's loyal than the person that love you. I mean, in most cases, it seems like most people that get hurt, they get hurt by somebody that love you. Sometimes.
So, do you believe like it's a timeline on loyalty?
No, I don't think it's a timeline on loyalty. I mean, I feel like certain situations could change what your loyalty is to a person. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Just say like if you had a homie that stole from you or did something that was against, you know what I'm saying, y'all morals and ethics and y'all code as homies, then I feel like, or even a woman that you're in a relationship with, I feel like the loyalty could change, you know what I'm saying? But if it's just, for it's just a timeline because of the length of time, no, I think the loyalty was the loyalty, you know what I'm saying?
So it was change up situations.
Yeah, change the situation. I don't think it had an expiration date, you know what I'm saying?
Alright, so do you think it's like based on the purpose though? Or just out of, or do you think it's the love which make a person loyal to you, or is it like based off like whatever the purpose is?
I mean, I feel like it gotta be, it's some love mixed in that loyalty for sure, you know what I mean? So I feel like they do go hand in hand, you know what I mean? But I'm still choosing the loyalty over the love for sure.
Okay. So one of the reasons we brought you on the show was because you one of the OGs in the rap game here in St. Louis, and then you got like a whole different type of sound. Like, has that been your sound the whole time?
Nah, I started off as Rukapuff, and when I started, it was really more like what my element was, what my environment was, and what I was on. You know what I'm saying? We was selling dope, fighting. You know what I'm saying? We was in the streets, so that's what the music was about. You know what I'm saying, at that time. And I don't know if it was a further question, but I changed the music because I changed, you know what I'm saying, just as a man, mentally, physically, spiritually, you know what I mean? And I just feel like with me, I just try to make it where my records is all organic and they 100% me, and I ain't gonna do music about stuff that I ain't on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I checked out a couple of your, little clips off your Instagram and stuff, and you can tell you put like a lot of passion into your music, into like when you performing, like where that passion come from?
Just, man, I feel like, well, the passion for me just come from just being a student of it and loving it. Like, I still love music. Like, I still would do music even if I didn't get paid to do it. You know what I mean? So the passion just come from it.
Have you ever lost the passion at one point?
Yeah, I have, but it was a brief memento. It didn't last long, man. I've been very, very fortunate to be able to be one of the few people here to be able to do this and get paid to do it, and especially for the length of time that I've been doing it. Most people that start rapping in the early 2000s or whatever, in high school in the 90s, when I start rapping, they don't even rap no more, or they don't do music at all for real. So I just feel blessed to being able to put my kids through college, you know what I'm saying, for music, and you know, be able to just do stuff that I ain't never thought I was gonna do music, you know what I'm saying?
Like, when did you, like, what age did you start rapping, and how did you know that this is what you wanted?
I would say probably, man, I had to be probably like right at the top of middle school, maybe like 6th grade. The homie in our neighborhood, he used to cut our hair, and he was the only person at the time that I knew that had like tapes. So I'm telling my age, nigga, it was tapes. But the nigga he had his own tape, you know what I'm saying? He was going to the studio, he was buying beats, Richie Stacks and all them cats in U City, and he was the only one that I knew was doing it. So when we seen him doing it, you know, it inspired us to do it. I was always into music, you know, doing talent shows and stuff like that, but once we seen him rapping and knew we can make tapes and stuff too, we started doing it.
Okay, so is it like what can I say this? I can't remember what I want to say. Go ahead. I forgot what I was going to say.
What changed you from being Rukapuff to Zeus?
I just changed as a person, man. I just became a different person. So like I was saying before, I just feel like, you know, for me, well, let me backtrack. Okay. So we do know that this is entertainment. We know a lot of these cats is married with kids. Kids go to private school, but on the records it's trap this, trap that. They had, remember that meme they had when they was talking about Jeezy told your kids to trap or die. His son had just graduated from college or something like that. So I will say there is a entertainment piece to this, but for me, you know what I'm saying? Whatever I was on, that was kind of like, you can go back to my records and whatever I was on, if you listening to the albums, even from the stuff I went through with my baby mama, whatever I'm going through, I use the music as an outlet. So for me, besides the very first beginning of rap, I would say everything pretty much is about 98% what I'm on. But like in the beginning, you know, we had songs like Bloody Murder, but that was like in 6th grade, so nigga wasn't murdering nobody in 6th grade. But you know, like starting off rapping, you know, it was more fable and more just, you know, money this or whatever the case. So we wasn't killing nobody, obviously. But besides that, I'm gonna say everything else about 98% true.
That's dope. It's a lot. People forget that rapping is a business and entertainment, so it's the persona they put on. Yeah. So you saying that your image is you all the way through. You don't have a persona. This is who you are.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, like I said, now I do feel like Zeus is an alter ego to Byron. You know what I'm saying? To who I am as a person at times, because like as a person, shit, I ain't really talking. I ain't really doing too much or nothing. I'm in the cut. You know what I'm saying? But as Zeus, I'm talking to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, hollering at everybody, doing. You know, just probably more outgoing. But the music catalyst of it is gonna be about 98%. I'm not gonna do records if it's not an experience I had or that I seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you don't just rap though, right?
I don't rap. For I really don't even rap at all, to be honest. Like I wouldn't even call myself a rapper now. I just call myself an artist. Cause yeah, I write music. I do all genres, bro. Hip hop, country, rock, pop. You know what I'm saying? I pretty much just write from whatever I feel. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even call it rap. I just call myself an artist.
You rap. I mean, have you wrote for like any mainstream people?
Well, I wrote the record that Mac 10 had put out. So yeah, I wrote for Mac 10 and Nate Dogg. Like 2007, I had a deal with Capitol Records, and the song that he released called off his album Hustler's Handbook was a song that I wrote. And then what they ended up doing was taking me off the verse and keeping me on the bridge, and they put Nate Dogg on the hook. So it was pretty dope though. It was a good experience.
I mean, like they took you off the verse. How did you feel when they took you off? When you found out they took you off?
I was definitely pissed about it because I definitely wanted to keep my verse on there. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but it was like everything that came with it though was so dope, bro. Like the song debuted on 106 Support. You know what I'm saying? And then shout out to Benny Boone, man. Video director Benny Boone. He really like showed me love and made sure I was all through that move. You know what I mean? So as soon as the video come on, I'm like the first person you see. You know what I'm saying? And yeah. So I got my looks off of it. I got paid, of course. You know what I'm saying? Definitely not what I was supposed to, but I would say that's my fault because this shit is really a business, man. It really is 10% talent, 90% business. You know what I'm saying? And even at the age I'm in now, I'm learning that more and more. Like a lot of us that really do music, bro, we missed out on a whole lot of money just not knowing what we were supposed to know, which is our fault. We can't blame P. Diddy shit. You know, he say he be jerking. You know, everybody say he be jerking everybody, but you really can't blame him. You got to know your business. You know what I'm saying?
Is there any artists that you want to work with?
Yeah, I want to work with Busta Rhymes for sure, man. I really would like to do something with Busta. Definitely Wayne would be hard to do something with Wayne. Bruno Mars. Wish I could have done something with Biggie, but you know that ain't gonna happen. Pac, of course.
They got that AI stuff now.
Yeah, I am cool. I'll do that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of people in the industry that I definitely look forward to working with.
You tapped in with the city and
with
like
I see
any orders?
Oh yeah. I'm all the way tapped in. I ain't really I ain't got like records with a lot of the young cats like Free Jizzle. I ain't got records with them because we do different kind of music.
Okay.
But I'm tapped in, you know what I'm saying? I know everything that's going on in the market, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of them cats looked up to me like Heavy them before he got started. He was calling me every day just trying to, you know, get pinpointers on what to do, how to do. And I really feel like myself and Bigger Brown and BP, you might not know a lot of these cats, but B know who they are, kind of from my neighborhood. Like, is that my phone? No, not my phone. But I feel like a lot of stuff that people own, man. I feel like we revolutionized that in St. Louis, especially like the live shows. You know what I'm saying? Like before us, people wasn't really like putting on shows. They was rapping, but they wasn't like putting on shows until we like hit the scene and like. Obviously, you see people like Heavy G doing more than the music. He got the drink and he got the this and he got the that. But a lot of that I feel like come from them watching me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you got a donut, right?
Yeah, we got donuts. We do all kind of stuff outside of music. You know what I'm saying? Just like branding. So I feel like we got a lot of people on that wave too, artists in our city that's doing, you know, other businesses outside of, you know, music.
You got a donut shop?
Well, I don't have a donut shop. It's not a brick and mortar. My friend got a business partner got a restaurant in Clayton, so we just pretty much like bake out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because we always on tour and gone, and my kids lazy as hell, so I ain't got no way to run the shop. But yeah, but we do deliveries and it's pretty dope.
What's the name of the donut?
It's called Sweets by Sweetwater's. Yeah, we do the donuts with the topping, bacon on the mugs, red hot riblets. It's crazy.
I can't reach you though.
You just go on Instagram, Sweets by Sweetwaters on Instagram. You know, for people tuned in, y'all just text 314-374-3307.
Like to spin back to the rap a little bit. What do you think like we lacking in the city to actually like break like a lot of artists?
I think it's a few things. Well, the first part it ain't really our fault. We ain't really educated, like I was saying before. You know what I'm saying? So we don't really. It's like nigga, St. Louis got all the talent in the world, and I'm telling you that like that's coming from somebody that ain't been all over the country. Mm-hmm. And I'm on my live, but fuck, I'm gonna be honest. Like I done went to LA and went to some shows, and you see these niggas, you be like, are y'all serious, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like if you could, I wish like. This might be a TV show idea, nigga. If we can like take 10 cats from my city and we go to another city, you know how everybody
like battle
like that.
Type thing.
Yeah, but not like on no rap battle, but more like straight performance and songs. You know what I'm saying? But like we would kill a lot of people, bro. Like St. Louis, we got a lot of talented folks, bro. So I just feel like we don't be educated, so we don't be really knowing the business. And what other thing? We ain't got enough like management and people here to help with the business. You know what I'm saying? Like we got hella rappers, but it's hard to find like a good manager. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to kind of get you to the next level. And you know the golden one is shit, nigga. We stay hating on each other. Niggas don't really want to work together.
Do you feel like we really hate on each other, or just motherfuckers ain't got the same drive?
I think we be hating on each other, bro. I mean, now with the young cats, I would say it's probably a lot of beef. You know what I'm saying? Probably more beef than hating on each other. And whatever they beefing about, I don't really know that part because I ain't in the streets. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of beef and riff with the young niggas. So it's like you can't take these cats from over here and these little cats from over here and do a concert at the Ambassador because somebody gonna die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say a lot of beef keep St. Louis from making it.
Yeah, separators. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the young cats can't get along. I'm gonna say more the older cats. It was probably more hate. The young niggas just can't get along. So, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to touch back on something you said. When you just said like you take 10 like guys from St. Louis. We had Lil Rallo on the show. He said the exact same things. He straight told us because he was saying with Interscope. He said, man, you take 10 guys from St. Louis any label, anywhere, they surviving, they thriving, they them guys. Like you legit just said the same shit. So it's to the point that shit gotta be fact. It gotta be, they have to be.
Cause for real, the reality of it is, bro, a lot of them artists, them niggas ain't really good.
Man, he said the same thing. He said you can't go into the music business,
Being real.
thinking as a real nigga, because that's not what it is. He said them niggas are not that. They, like you just said,
They ain't that.
Ultra egos niggas is faking it. They say they just acting.
They faking, bro, and then the business is so weird, bro. It's so fugazi. Like St. Louis niggas is real niggas, bro. So it's like you get around a lot of these niggas, and you be like, bro, what the fuck? Like especially when you come to, can you curse on her?
Yeah.
When it come to women, and you be like, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is goofies for real.
It's the exact same shit he said. I'm like I said, I'm sitting back here listening to everything. So damn, this, like the shit gotta be right, because this nigga said this 7 months ago to us, on camera, off camera. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? Because I'm thinking, you heard it or whatever. And I always tell people when it comes down to talent and all that shit, that ain't even the most important thing. I think it's influence.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you got influence.
Oh yeah,
That's what they put the money behind.
That's really what they chasing for real. You already somebody that make it really already made it in their city, and they got the following already for real. They just put the extra little dollars behind it.
Like, it's crazy when I think about the influence shit. We did an episode yesterday, and legit, like they finally admitted that I'm the guy that influenced them to the way they like
Cal,
to the
pay
point.
attention, Cal. This dude lives in his own world. She might need to be in the industry.
No, hey, look, probably like, hey, look, the influence work on but
no, on the real tip though, man, it's a difficult business to be in, bro. It really is. You know what I'm saying? And back to your question, what you were saying, just for as a St. Louis artist, is we don't know the business, and we real niggas. If we on there talking about shooting shit up, niggas get mad, shoot some shit up.
So you gotta dial it down.
Yeah, nigga in Atlanta. I'm not saying like it ain't no real niggas in Atlanta, because that would be cap. I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying like they kind of can separate it. Excuse me. So like I said before, that's probably like I said, you got Jeezy telling everybody trap or die, but you know what I'm saying, the meme like with his son went to college and graduated in a private school in a boot bop, and you know what I'm saying. So it's like, which is okay, but I feel like what we also got to be able to like teach youth and the young people is these niggas is not in the trap. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's a cool way to say that without saying that, but you got to be able to tell people the difference between reality and entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
It's something that you just said too that just popped up. You heard of Gene Deal before from down here? Mm-hmm. So he used to be like Puffy security guard or whatever. He was a big guy from St. Louis. And he said that, something like that. He was like, man, y'all gotta understand that as a black community, rappers, they tell us all the time, snitching ain't cool, don't do all this type of shit, don't snitch. His man said he an older guy, legit connected from the streets of St. Louis to New York. He always be like, man, that's the shit that low-key fucked up our community, because they saying don't do none of this shit. At the same time, they stay in a gated community with security. If anything, how they hear a noise, they calling their security calling the police. They not running outside with guns. They legit playing that white man role.
Wait, hold up. And probably got stock in the prison.
Man, straight finesse them to the max. To the point where they, like you just said, they telling us to live a different lifestyle. Like you said, bro. I didn't even think that was part.
Yeah, they got stock in the prisons.
They make
and a lot of the labels got life insurance on the artists.
Mm-hmm.
So they know you gonna go somewhere, you gonna crash out, you gonna die, they gonna get paid. Mm-hmm. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And that's also a part of the reason why I changed my music. You know what I'm saying? It get weird for me because, you know what I'm saying, you can get on social media and like you get to a certain level, you have like just random niggas in random cities be like, nigga, you look like you fake tough, or just some old weird shit, and be like, bro, you don't even know, bro. I will beat the fuck out of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this is a business. I'm not selling what y'all selling. I'm selling something different, because this is how I get my bread. You see what I'm saying? So it's just weird, bro. It's just, the whole thing is people just don't understand that it's entertainment, and I don't know, bro. It's just, it's a weird business. It really is.
So with a mindset like that, with, like I said, the information you know now, when you kind of have to listen to music now, what type of artists will you listen to now, where it's not to the point where you just like so me, like just think about what you just said. I'm a nigga, they know I listen to Stolino, Down Trip. I listen to people where they not just telling you to get out here and crash out. They telling your ass nigga, hey, prison ain't what's up. Right. They telling you like, nigga, you gonna have dead homeboys, you gonna play around this street. they telling you the truth. I listen to that shit. Same time, I listen to the bullshit artists too. You know, the fake gangster shit. But at the same time, like that was my favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, when you got that knowledge, like who do you listen to now?
Well, right now I be listening to fucking Rick James and I be listening to like old shit, bro, for real right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just kind of like the vibe that I'm on right now. Some Rick James and some OJ, some shit your mama and them listening to. Anita Baker. I'm riding in the Benz, nigga, with Anita Baker blasting. Motherfuckers looking over, smoking a cigar. Motherfuckers looking over like, what the fuck? Like, that's just what I'm on, bro. But I've been like that, bro, for a very long time, bro. I've just always been on my own thing, bro. I don't really like. I was a follower in like middle school, but since then, bro, I always been like on my own thing. You know what I'm saying?
You can tell like through your music, cause you got a whole different like sound. Like you don't got a St. Louis sound at all. Like it's like a rock sound almost, but it's your own little thing. Yeah,
I think that's good though, cause like I said, you can legit. When we did the episode with Simba, legit talk to him. You can straight tell where certain rappers from. Like I fuck with Nipsey as a man. Music wise, when I listen to something like that, some California shit. You can straight hear that. You can low key hear a New York rapper. Yeah, that's like certain rappers like G Herbo. You can't tell G Herbo from Chicago by the way he rap.
Right.
Because he legit sound like a New York style rapper, like that type of thing. And like I said, you from St. Louis with a whole different
genre.
Different
we
everything.
need that. We really do need that, man. We need not just me. We need all different pieces of the puzzle. We need y'all podcast because y'all podcast different from this podcast. We need all of that stuff to really like bring the market back up. And when the market come back up, the finances will come back up, and then motherfuckers will start moving here. And Universal or whoever will be, Apple will be like, hey, we need to put a building in St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? And it just create more jobs, more resources for everybody in the city. So, I mean, that's a far stretch, but I'm just saying.
We used to be a big tourist. Like big tours, I think we still one of the biggest tourist cities. But like,
what Barry always say, we can be the next Atlanta. He always said that shit. I'm like I said, I didn't believe it at first just because being here, you heard about all the stories and shit. Then you start thinking about, like you said, the influence that we got on hella places to the point of St. Louis nigga can go to any city and stick out.
Any city, bro.
They ain't gonna love it though.
Any city in the world.
Get love.
Yeah, that's another.
I ain't never been nowhere nobody like,
bro.
St. Louis,
if you say you from the Lou,
Louis,
motherfucker gonna show you love, bro. That's another little thing we always say, bro. Everybody loves St. Louis except St. Louis.
That's true.
Everywhere you go, motherfucker, you from the Lou? Oh shit, what's up here? We got you. What you need? Smoke? You need drink? Whatever. We got you. You from the Lou? Yeah. They don't respect our business, but they respect our gangster. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said that type of man said, like you just said, we most definitely can be the next straight shit. I like you said, Atlanta.
Yeah, or even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more. This is really a entertainment city. Tina Turner then came out this bitch, bro. Tina Turner used to be on West Floors and the Goodfellas singing that club legit. You know what I'm saying?
I remember I seen you perform at, what I want to say, Club Aloha maybe. It was back in the day. Yeah, like I think it was Club Aloha.
Yeah, that's where I used to be out that way. That's where we all came up from. But yeah, man, it's a lot of variables. You know what I'm saying, to this thing, man. But for me, you know, I just try to be the sore thumb and just change the narrative, and you know what I'm saying, just kind of do something different, bring something different to the table, which I'm glad I did because it opened so many opportunities. And I worked hand in hand closely with the Cardinals. I threw the first pitch at the Cardinals game. I'm performing at the game again on June 29th. You know what I'm saying? We do about 80 shows a year around the country, soon Australia and all of that stuff. But that really only happened because I changed the narrative of the music. You know what I'm saying? If I kept it what I was on, I wouldn't have been able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even do it for that reason. I did it because it's just what I wanted to do. But I'm glad it was a decision that I made because I wouldn't have been able to get it like that.
So let me ask you a question.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, like on some just the business side, like how important is it, like I say, for your brand, everything, like marketing and everything, like legit, like really important? Because like I said, we doing this right now.
It's the most important.
And that's like
the marketing is more important than the music.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The marketing is more important than the podcast.
You got any tips like
give it the right people, basically?
Yeah, I mean, I think the person that asked for that is who killing it is Morgan. You them over there at the Dates, Things, and Ideas. I think she had like 80,000 people watch her podcast. That's amazing, bro. And that's in St. Louis, you know what I'm saying? Like 80,000, like. But I think because I still haven't, you know what I'm saying? I still haven't really figured it out myself either. For as I ain't really an internet dude. Man. Like if I wasn't doing music, bro, I wouldn't even be on social media.
That's how we is.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even be on it.
We all grew up when we was outside.
Yeah.
The phone thing, jumping
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
internet, like man, I can't
It's a
like
whole
even
different life.
It's
learning
a whole
right now.
other
Every
thing,
day we
bro.
learn something new.
Yeah, and then I had to learn, and I'm getting better at it now. You know what I'm saying? But I even had to like turn it up and start, you know, posting stuff that's going on in my life, or post what I think and post what I feel. And I ain't never really been that type of nigga to do that. But my team was like, you know, it's the era we in, bro. You gotta let the fans know who you are, and it worked. Cause I go to like another city, say we got a show in Omaha, Nebraska. And one of the chicks would be like, oh, I seen what you cooked for your dinner, you know, last night, what you made your daughters, that was so nice. You'd be like, damn, these motherfuckers straight know what's going on with your life, bro. Like, we like living on the internet now.
You know, we gotta learn too.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to figure that out now too.
We was taught, you know, keep your business your business.
Yeah.
This house is your business.
Exactly.
Everybody else, so it's like,
Mama
damn,
smack you if you
you
better
go
not say
outside.
nothing that going on in
Yeah.
our house. You getting smacked.
I swear, like, so
But
now
it
we
ain't that
legit,
no more.
it's like a reprogramming that everybody low key going through now. Cause that's some shit that we straight gotta get better at, cause
I tell
we
them
just
all-
learning about hashtags type shit. Like,
I be telling them all the time, man, we gonna post when we out doing this and the third, man, we get out and I forget all
Forget
that.
to
We
post
don't
it, yeah.
post none of that, do none of that stuff.
I know, cause I know, like I say, I seen you, what's that, Cinco de Mayo, this weekend performing.
Yeah.
We went out there, watched you perform and everything. And like, cuz he was just telling me, like, man, see, this shit I be telling you, like, I know you don't like clubs, you don't like nothing, but you have to get out here, y'all gotta show y'all face more. Y'all gotta let the people see y'all, so if they see y'all to the point where it started in your own city.
Yeah.
I thought, like my man said, I always say, yeah, it started in the city, but I thought we can take over the city by just doing what we doing right here. Just talking, doing this shit, getting it, like I said, the great orders, the great people from the city to come on, and that's how we do it. He like, no, y'all gotta get outside. Y'all gotta show y'all face to people in rooms that you probably think you will never talk to none of these people.
No,
Get
that's
there
for
talking
sure.
to them.
That's real. Just get out networking and getting that marketing thing together. But like I said, I think, man, y'all got the golden ticket with that person because he know Morgan. And shit, I'm trying to get with her too. Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Just to have her boost my shit because shit, a post or whatever it is on her platform and boom, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all send me footage, I'm gonna post my shit, you know, y'all shit too. But, you know, her platform is so big, bro, with that, you know, what she doing.
See, the thing that's slowing us down with that, because she called, I was with her the other day, she called, like, man, this is what it's going to take for me to do that for y'all. Bro gonna have to legit get on them knees and eat some ass. I'm like, damn, bro, like, shit. I'm like, I thought she was lit. I'm like, me being a team player, I'm like, man, look, for the team.
Take one for the team.
No, it wasn't me taking one for the team. It was legit, like, I'm a pick. If you want both of them, if you want the men, like, they all can get in there and do the shit. Because that's what it's going to take. Let me stop playing. You
gotta take one for the team.
Let me stop playing. Let me stop playing.
That's great.
But like I say, hey, look, anybody that watching this, when y'all see this shit, if that's what y'all need from one of them to do, they dedicate and they will do that
He
shit.
speak about eating ass a lot, man.
They do it for free.
Man, like
eating ass a
you
lot.
trying to come out the closet and let us know he do this shit. or
I'm
something.
I'm trying to put us where we need to be. So my thing, y'all do it for free
You gotta
already.
get down and do your thing. Make it
Do
down
it to
and
take
do
us
it.
to the next level.
And,
Like,
and
shit,
this
y'all
is
ain't
for
doing it for free.
this is for you to express yourself, man. If that's what you doing,
We ain't
that's
judging
what you
you.
doing.
We ain't
You don't
judging.
gotta like
Man, look.
We ain't
the
judging.
flip.
Hey,
you know
look,
what I'm
like I said, when we drop
We ain't
this,
judging, bro.
whoever, like I say, any company, y'all be like, man, that's all it take for get us in that door.
saying?
Bro, get us. Like, shit.
That's crazy.
Let me stop playing
It's all
around.
right. It's great.
Let me stop playing around.
Man.
Dude retarded.
But nah, like I said, like I say, watching this shit, watching that Cinco de Mayo, and cuz he's like, man, you remember he grew up, cause that's my cousin or whatever. I used to go to their house and I remember seeing you on the streets over there chilling with them. I'm like, damn, that is.
He used to have
What's
a big
that?
ass
I swear to God, the mohawk and shit. He's like,
We was on some
yeah.
different shit back then. We was weird when it wasn't even. Well, I was weird when it wasn't cool to be weird. Now nigga weird is like I walk out the house with mohawk, motherfucker look at me like, so nigga,
Like, come on.
everybody weird.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
Come
Come
on.
on, but I remember that
Weird,
big ass
but,
mohawk in
yeah.
different colors.
Type shit.
I'm like watching it. I'm like, damn, it is. I'm like, and I'm asking like, man, you think you can get him on the show? He like, shit, I'm gonna talk to him. We up at the taco. I'm telling you, I remember everything. We at the taco thing. They getting tacos. You walk past, he stopped everything. I'm like, hey, is that Rukapuff? He's like, yeah. He like, I just got down and talked to him. He said he with him. I'm like, man, that's what's up. Like, shit, that's clutch.
Bruh. Sorry, shit. He called, I'm coming.
I'm like, that's
ain't no
clutch.
Bro. That's how we gotta do it. It gotta stay like that though. And when y'all shit blow up and motherfuckers that y'all was fucking with, you gotta fuck with them. You just got to, man.
That's
Not everybody. You ain't gonna fuck with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers that was always like, you know, they supported you and they was down and y'all always had a good relationship. It's about us all helping each other out. You know what I'm saying? It sound corny, but that's the real though.
Nah,
real,
that's real.
You know
I mean, we talked to T Love, and Love said, he said that shit like a lot of times when, like, say, the black community, that's something that we basically a lot of people don't get that networking skill because that's something that usually people get going to college.
Mm-hmm.
Go to college, bump to somebody who not raised like you, whole different background. You just click with them, and now he can get you in these doors. You can get him in these doors. It's a better form of networking. Down here, it's to the point where we like, shit, nah, bro ain't from the hood. I don't know that nigga, so I don't talk to him. To the point that shit low key fucked us over. Like now we're getting better at it now.
But you got something that you be doing, you be giving back. I think it's like a charity basketball game or something like that.
Shit, we like 17 years in on the charity. Maybe longer than that. But yeah, we did that at Jennings. That just passed in April. And that was pretty big, pretty dope. So it's getting bigger and bigger every year. You know what I'm saying? I got a nonprofit organization called the Stars in the Sky Foundation. So we help at-risk youth because I was teaching for like about 2 or 3 years. And the school that I was at in the Normandy School District is called ECH. So a lot of those kids, they live there on campus. You know what I'm saying? What happened is when they leave the school, like when they done living there, they just be like right back in the streets. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, I don't want to be no teacher no more because I don't want to have to be getting up and coming here every day. But I need to do something, you know what I'm saying, just to give back. So I started the nonprofit, and we took our kids to Memphis this past January for Martin Luther King Day. Took them to Memphis where he got killed there, and yeah, man, you know, we just give it back.
Museum.
Yeah, the Lorraine Motel. Yeah, we took them to that in January, and now we just raise money, and every month or so we'll do something different with the kids. You know what I'm saying? And we'll try to do like a big trip, like at the end of the quarter. You know what I'm saying?
So with that, that's what we need in the city, though.
Yeah, and with that, like you said, you was a teacher. How you feel about like the shit that you seeing now with like social media, where kids legit out here hitting teachers, like to the point where the parents legit.
You ain't hitting me.
Can't shit.
You ain't hitting me. You hit me, I'm gonna hit your ass back.
I'm like, I keep on seeing videos like that because when you just said I work up there right now. I'm like, I'm just like up there. I understand like
what school you at?
I'm at the same place. Early
childhood. You at ECH?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You in the school or you in the
maintenance? Maintenance.
Oh, okay. Well, then you already know what's going on.
Man,
up there.
crazy.
They'll beat your ass. Kids will, bro. They'll beat your ass. They be like, man, I'm telling you, it's so crazy. I got stories, bro. I got one little dude. I don't even know where it said. He bit the shit out of me, bro.
Man.
I damn near choked
I
his
talked to a
ass
lady
out.
yesterday. She said, man, yeah, a couple years ago, man, one day they had like a couple boys trying to do a runaway. I went outside, niggas slashed my tires. I said, what you mean? The boys slashed her tires and got up out of there.
Yeah.
Man, no bullshit.
But the thing about it is, and I feel bad, bro, because I just wish I had the time to really beat her, because you got to think, bro, they ain't got no father figure. So it's like they need, and I'm gonna say this, it sound ignorant the way I'm saying it, but because we men, but they need niggas like us in the schools. Imagine, nigga, you walk into school, you the teacher, just dressed just like that. That's what the school need. That's what the school needs.
That's a fact, though.
You see what I'm saying? Because you going in there and you telling him what he need to do, but you also going, if he do some shit that's out of, he can relate. If he do some shit that's out of pocket, bro, I'm checking their ass fast. Like, you hit a girl or something, like, bro, what the fuck you on?
Ain't no more
Nigga,
girls.
what you hitting girls for? Like, that's how I talk to him. And I got love for them little dudes, bro. And I do wish that I could be back in there, because that's how the relationship is. And when they all left, you know what I'm saying, they still hit me up. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Waters, you got anything got to do, man? So you cash at me? Yeah, I got you, bro. I cash at me. But I can get you a job too, though, nigga. I ain't finna keep cash at me every week. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but they really need
doing.
us in the school. You know what I'm saying? They really need us in there, bro, because they ain't got nobody else to look up to, nigga. They just listening to Spotify and following whoever they listening to Spotify. Like you said, these niggas are rich for real. They telling them to crash out, but they live.
Living a whole bigger
Man,
state and everything.
estate. They don't even leave the estate.
I tell you, we legit doing the same thing. I'm like, man, look, I gotta move this bed. That motherfucker heavy. Gotta help me move this bed. I go there in the quick trip, get some niggas legit like, all right, they happy for that. I'm picking up a big ass bed, carry into their room, showing how to nail that mud down, whatever. Go to quick trip, get everybody something to drink, whoever help. Give them something to drink, or just chips, shit like that. They fuck with you. They straight fuck like your boys, like you said,
They need
that,
that, bro. They really do need this.
I mean, the same sense, and they learning something in the same sense, so it worked.
Like I say, something like that, like that's something like when we talked to Run, like he was saying, like growing up, man, you never know who going through what. So to the point that one male figure who legit sit here to look just like them, talk to them, fucking with them on a regular, that shit might change their whole life.
Because we all products of our environment, man. I was on doing the interview yesterday, and I was telling Monet how like when I grew up, my daddy hustled. And all his partners was, you know what I'm saying, was big dogs around town, Chucky Alberti and all these old gangsters, you know what I'm saying? And my mom was there, so my parents still together, you know, till today. But my mom was really more on the school, you know, clean room, do your work. My daddy, he was, you know, he was on do your work, but you know what I'm saying? I was watching him. He was outside though. You know what I'm saying?
So it's kind of hard.
And my mind frame just to show you how sometimes we become a product of our environment and we don't even know and we think it's normal. I was like, all right, this. I was like, I'm gonna go to school, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get a degree, and I'm gonna sell dope on the side. But to me, that was normal because that was all I knew. You know what I'm saying? All my daddy, even his young partners that he was fronting, everybody getting money. They remember Northwest Plaza used to be able to get the Jordans like it used to be on the, there you go. You should get the Jordans up. Man, they go to Northwest Plaza about 20 pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't, until a certain part of my life, that was all I knew. You know what I'm saying? Was luxury and Benzes and, you know what I'm saying, niggas getting money, because that's what I came up around. So to me, it was normal, you know, until my mind changed and I matured, it was normal to sell dope. It was like, I'm gonna go to school, still get a degree, but I'm gonna sell dope on the side. You know what I'm saying? So if you take that same mind frame and you take these kids now, when you trip off what they going through, you know what I'm saying, they seeing something totally different. They at home, they with their mama. Oh yeah, this nigga finna come over here, he gonna fuck on my mama, then he might beat her ass, and he gonna leave, and then they take that same thing and they apply it to your daughter, to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, type shit. You know what I mean? So it's like now I don't know if y'all got daughters.
I do.
I have two. Okay, two. So you know what it is. So it's like a nigga come through there that's on some weird shit. You immediately pulling your daughter to the side like, what the fuck is this?
Well, I ain't up there yet. My daughter's 5.
Oh, 5 years. So you got a ways to go. But I'm just saying, when my daughter's is 19, 20, 22, 23 up there. So it's like, you know, when you get to that point, you like, you know what I'm saying? What y'all on, man? But you know what I'm saying? These little dudes ain't on shit. They ain't getting no money. They smoking and playing video games.
So with that, because like I know we had conversations before about like, because I don't have a daughter, I always joke with them about the shit. But like I say, what is the best, I guess, your way, if you legit have to give them some game about raising girls, what is your best advice to give them?
That's hard, bro. That's a hard question because I'm still trying to figure it out, bro. I'm still trying to figure it out. It's like,
got a homeboy, he always be like, man, he got a
girl's
daughter.
different, bro. You know,
told
your son, you can kick it in his ass. Man, don't sit your ass down somewhere, bro. You say the wrong thing to your daughter, bro, and she crying. She be like, damn, I didn't even say nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I was placed in a position where I had to raise my daughters by myself for like 3-4 years, and that shit was tough. You know what I'm saying? They in high school, and you know they on their periods, just all kind of shit that we don't know nothing about because we ain't women. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't know, man. I guess just let them talk, let them vent, and be able to make it where you got an open door policy where they gonna come to y'all instead of going to some weird ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That would be my advice.
That's real shit. Like I said, I always joke with them about having daughters and just saying little silly shit like, man, I don't gotta go through that. I got boys. I got 2 boys where, hey, like you said, I can legit, my youngest 4. He can fall down right now and cut his hand. I'm like, man, be quiet, get up. He can wipe it off and go sit right there and just be mad. A little girl, legit, she can trip over a shoe and fall, no scratch, nothing, bust out crying. The point I said,
sure,
they gotta
yeah.
deal with that. I
Man.
can't deal
Yeah,
with
that
that
shit
shit.
Sure, and my daughter rough.
You good on that too. But even, I mean, but just for black folks, bro, it's hard for us, whether it's boys or girls. You got sons, you gotta worry about damn when they get 14, making sure just cause he beat a nigga ass, you know, and they have a fist fight, the nigga ain't gonna kill him. Or the police pull him over, is it gonna go from 0 to 60? You know what I'm saying? So I just think for us, bro, it's tough for us either way you turn. You know what I'm saying? Boy, girl, old, young. This shit just tough for us. So my point to all that is we gotta make this shit a little easier for each other. Cause it's already hard for us, especially just stepping out the front door. You know what I'm saying?
So how the village back in the sense.
Yeah, for sure.
So how you think we could change the narrative of St. Louis in that aspect right there? Like, how you think we could stop people from being angry all the time?
Man, I mean, it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take, it's just gonna take everybody. I feel like everybody putting the work in, and you know, everybody little small piece. I think is gonna help. Y'all having a podcast, maybe y'all take one day out the podcast and then turn into I don't know, maybe y'all get two people that's beefing and get them on here to talk it out. I don't know. Maybe that sounds like crazy ass idea, but
we thought about that.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think it's everybody just doing whatever their small piece is. My small piece is getting some youth and taking them here and, you know, getting them out of their element. Y'all small piece might be the conversation of, you know what I mean?
Bridging that gap.
Cause like I got some little homeboys that be in tune with his little homeboys, so he always be saying, man, if they ever just stop beefing and come together, man, the music they can make it be so crazy. So you saying stuff like that is like something that we actually straight was talking about before.
Yeah, I was just saying some crazy shit. I ain't know people actually do it, but yeah, I mean,
I thought about it, but we being realistic, like I said,
I know how, cause
you came from that background, so you know how that shit go. When certain shit happens, like borderline impossible.
Right.
Like, the only thing, like I said, we can do is try. And I ain't gonna say try the shit. Had a conversation with them, like, hey, look, this what it is. That, like, y'all really need to stop and get this money together, so y'all can really have like millions of dollars together. To the hottest little clicks from the city.
Man, separately they be hot. You know what I'm saying? Separately they hot, but
together
the cut
It's over with.
Go
They
to
taking off.
a show together or something like that. Yeah, man. But I mean, that's exactly what we said. I think it's the young cats they be riffing, and that's what be hurting them. You know what I'm saying? That's what be hurting them, bro, because they can't get along. Or you know what I'm saying? People scared to let them rent the venues out to throw their shows. You know what I'm saying?
you think it's gonna take them to go outside the city to actually make it mainstream? Or
not necessarily. I just think I think the right people got to get in position. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on being one of the people to put myself in a position where I can really push a button and put niggas on. I'm just trying to figure out this internet. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do. My ground game is amazing. You know what I'm saying? Nobody here do more shows than me. Nobody. Not for the last probably 15 years. You know what I'm saying? We damn near perform 3 weekends out the month in a different city. You know what I'm saying? So I call that's the ground game. My ground game is impeccable. My internet game though, womp, womp, womp. Terrible. You know what I'm saying? But you got a lot of these young cats, internet game is 100,000, you know what I'm saying, views, million views. Ain't never left the city. You know what I'm saying? My shit, I'm like 10,000 views, 8,000 views. We always gone. So I think it's a way of figuring out how to take, when I can really figure out how to take both of them worlds and collide, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the game right there. When I was in Atlanta, I did a show and dude pulled me to the side and he was like, "Hey, bro, all you need is 500 people in every city. You get 500 people. I mean, y'all do the math. 500 times 25 to get in. Plus motherfuckers buying T-shirts, merchandise. You know what I'm saying? And you collecting all the bread. You know what I'm saying? So that don't even just apply for me. That's any artist. If you got 500 people in every city, that's gonna fuck with you where you go, even if it's 10 cities. You know what I'm saying? That's a bag, bro. It's a bag.
So that's how you last this long.
That's how you last. Yeah.
You been around.
I ain't getting 500 people. I'm probably getting half of that. But the extra 250 is just because my internet game is weak. That's where I'm missing out. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta get that internet game is what I'm working on now. I just signed a couple single deals and brought in some new people. I actually just signed a sync deal yesterday to get like music on TV shows and MTV, you know what I'm saying, and commercials and shit like that. So it's all the internet, you know what I'm saying? It's learning the internet shit. Y'all will be doing the same thing because once the numbers start rolling the way y'all want them to, now y'all can get sponsors. You know what I'm saying? You get ads, you get Tide washing powder to be like, oh fuck, people want her. We're gonna give y'all some advertisement money to play this commercial. You know, you watch $1 million worth of game and all the rest of the stuff. So we know that it ain't impossible. These niggas getting bags.
That's $300 million contract.
They just gotta,
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
even when we do
Donate
like
to
so, like when we first started, like we still doing that, we still open to it. When we first started, like local businesses down here, and we tell them, man, send us y'all videos. We don't care what it is. They like, man, how much y'all gonna want for it? I'm like, man, we ain't even charging y'all. Y'all local, y'all from down here, send us y'all videos.
Yeah.
They ain't do it. I'm like, well, they sent us some. I'm like, all right, that's cool. We can make that work. I'm like, damn, if we get everything else, that's all we need to the point. We ain't charging nobody. People charge like, man, charge them at least $10, $5. Charge them for y'all shirts.
You gotta do
We
something.
giving everything away.
Yeah, so y'all already did the promo, let people submit stuff for free. Now y'all just create the package, you know what I'm saying? Turn around and now it's, instead of 10, maybe it's $100 for the ads. Or you come up with the silver, the gold, and the platinum package. You know what I'm saying? You know, let's try it. This episode is sponsored by, you know what I'm saying?
Manscaped.
Manscaped.
That's one of the sponsors.
Manscaped. You want to be a man? Use Manscaped. You know what I'm saying? Right there, you throw that on the package. That's extra. You gotta pay extra for that because now we done gave you a live drop. Then we done stopped the whole show and gave you a commercial. So y'all pretty much already got it. Y'all just gotta put it together. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause everybody need advertising.
So once again, like I say, if you got a new artist, like I say, coming from the city right now, to the point that you can just tell them one thing, just to get them like foot in the door, anything, just to get his man right. What would you tell him?
Man, I would tell them more than one thing. I would say first, for sure, make sure you got a good team. Second, I would say keep great relationships. You know what I'm saying? Don't be like nobody wanna fuck with no Hollywood ass nigga or no asshole or nothing like that. Keep great relationships because the same people, you know what I'm saying, you see on this level, man, God can do whatever he want to do. This podcast can be the biggest podcast in the world in a year. In 6 months, you know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer of that. So I say keep great relationships, and I think, man, you gonna always win just being yourself. To me,
Tell the people where they can find you and tell them about the donuts again, because I know you put that in there for sure.
Zeus Rebel Waters, man. You can follow me on all platforms. Go stream the new single "Love." It's out now, going crazy on the radio. You can get the donuts at Sweets by Sweetwaters on Instagram. Any questions, comments, concerns, just text 314-374-3307. Management will hit you back. Boom.
Let's get it. Y'all know what it is, man. This is Love and Loyalty podcast. Man, fuck with us.
For my Instagram picture.